I have updates in the case of Dr. Omar Marar, the surgeon at Ascension St. Mary's Hospital in Saginaw, Michigan. You'll recall that he was the one back in January of this year that allegedly had a fit in the middle of surgery with the patient on the table about a malfunctioning CO2 tank and threatened to wear his bomb belt to the hospital and kill all of you, and threatened to shoot himself and others. Remember that? Yeah. He was facing up to 20 years on a felony terrorism count. What do you think he actually was sentenced to, though? We'll come back to that. I can tell you it wasn't 20 years, though. Okay, so not an isolated incident, because back in 2022, staff repeatedly reported him for aggressive, threatening behavior. He allegedly called one staff member a lazy bee in the PACU. And when they reported it, they were allegedly then threatened again by him for reporting it. And he threatened to take them out, saying, quote, allegedly, "I hate this place and everyone in it. You guys know I have guns everywhere in my house and have lots of guns to pull it off, and no one will find your bodies until housekeeping comes in." Yeah. Okay. So he pled no contest, probably because there is still a pending civil case against him from one of the employees. He pled no contest to 2 misdemeanor counts of disturbing the peace. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of disturbing the peace when you're in the middle of surgery and the surgeon threatens to wear a bomb belt and kill you. I'd say that's a little disruptive of the peace, wouldn't you? But because in the court's eyes, he went to so much effort by apologizing and cooperating with the investigation and having a psych eval and taking professional development courses, he has been given a slap on the wrist. 6 months probation and a fine of $100 to be exact, plus court fees. 6 months probation and $100. That's it for threatening to blow up a hospital and employees, and threatening to kill employees with threats of your own weapons on numerous occasions. Okay. What do you think would have happened if it was a nurse that had done this, like an OR nurse had done the exact same thing? What do you think would have happened? Would they still be working there? Hell no. Would they have been reported to the Board of Nursing and probably had their license stripped? Probably. Would they have been given a slap on the wrist in a criminal case? Doubtful. Why do you think hospitals protect surgeons? Because they're the money makers for the hospital. And so anytime anyone ever reports a surgeon ever, anywhere, for any kind of alleged wrongdoing, the hospital sweeps it under the rug. And surgeons know that. They know that. And, I don't want to paint all surgeons in a bad light. They certainly are not. But some of them are, and some have a God complex. And every nurse has a story of a terrible surgeon. Not terrible in their ability as a doctor, but terrible in their behavior towards colleagues, right? So something that I didn't talk about before, I did make several videos about this back when it happened, is one of his immediate family members reached out to me a few months ago, allegedly, and asked me to take down all of my videos, saying that he's really only being found guilty in the court of public opinion, and it's because of my videos and one that was made by Jen Hamilton at the time that this immediate family member thought he was being persecuted, essentially, and asked me to take down the videos and to put her in touch with Jen Hamilton, which I did not do either of those things. Need I remind you, this was not an isolated incident. This is a pattern of behavior. It's a predictable pattern of behavior. It's not enough that nurses and healthcare workers are facing unprecedented rates of violence from patients and family members. But now we need to be under the threat of violence, being literally blown up by surgeons? Why would anybody want to go into healthcare anymore? Something tells me this is not the last we will hear of Dr. Marrar and his escapades.